Hello guys, so today we're going to be doing a review video on the game Palworld, and the question is going to be, is this game worth your money? I was thankful enough to get early access to the game, and I was able to test out a lot of mechanics and features that they have in the game. And I was actually blown away because a lot of stuff that they have in here I was not expecting at all. Now a quick concept of the game is you have these pals wandering around. You are able to build bases. Now this is just a simple base. Obviously I'm going to make something more crazy later on. You are able to capture pals and make them work in your base for labor. So like we captured this deer, and right now he is gathering me some wood. My duck over here is using its ability to make me some paldium fragments, and these guys are chipping away at the stone. There are tons of different workbenches that you can use to craft a lot of items. Now I'm just going to give you guys my overall thoughts on the game, some features that they do have, and if this game actually has potential for the long term. And I'm going to take this amazing flyer that I captured, and I'm going to have to fly to my dead loot. I ended up dying last night, so while I'm heading to my loot, I'm going to tell you guys what I love about this game. First thing, obviously, is they have flyers and rideable pals. You do have to make saddles for them, but once you do, it makes traveling a lot easier. The map is fairly big, and a lot of it is blanked out right now because I have yet to discover most of the map. I've been kind of taking my time with discovering everything just for video purposes. I want to do it in separate videos that will be jam-packed with action and entertainment. So this game does have single player, and it also has a co-op mode where you can play with up to 4 friends. And they did say that they're going to discuss more on launch if they're going to make dedicated servers that can hold up to 32 players. Now, if the dedicated servers are available on launch, I will probably make my own server as well, where you guys can join me and build all over my server or the world or whatever and have some fun. I don't know if it's going to be PvP or if it's just going to be PvE. And normally when it comes to survival games, I'm not a big fan of playing it single player because I feel like it can just get boring not really seeing anyone else. But for this game, it actually works fairly nice. Single player mode seems to be like grindy, which I love, and having the pals there for comfort is pretty entertaining because they do some pretty funny stuff. This game is available on Steam, and it's available on the Xbox Game Pass. They have not really discussed more about PlayStation. They said they will think about it in the future, but it's not guaranteed to come out on PlayStation as of right now. And this game has a pal deck where every time you capture a pal, it would put it in your pal deck and you can read information about it and what kind of work suitability that they provide for your base. And for example, if you were to capture the Captiva, which is this little guy right here, you can see on the right hand side, he's good for handiwork, he's good for gathering materials, he's good for mining, and he's good for transporting. And then they have some pals that are kind of useless. I mean, they look funny, but they're not really useful when it comes to either base production or fighting. And guys, let me tell you, there is at least over 100 pals in this game. A lot we have yet to capture. But if we go down to how many pals there is total, there's 111 pals total in this game. We only captured 27 out of that 111, so eventually we're going to capture all of them, but in due time. There's no rush because I'm just thoroughly enjoying the game. This game also provides breeding and hatching as well, so if you want to hatch some random eggs, when you explore the map, you would see eggs like these. Now, there could be different type. It could be a dark egg, a grass egg, a fire egg. Doesn't matter. You can pick it up and you can put it in an egg incubator and hatch it, and it would give you a random pal. Now, I'm going to cover breeding in a separate video, so make sure you guys come back for that. Oh, we just wandered at the worst possible place. Alright, so this little island here is where I died at yesterday, and I underestimated how crazy this island is, because they have a lot more dangerous pals than where I'm used to, so oh, they're fighting each other? Alright, yeah, we don't really want to stick around here, especially because I didn't get my loot back yet, so I do not feel safe. When you die, your loot basically stays there for as long as I know. I have loot from when I first started, and it's still sitting there, so I don't think your loot actually despawns. We're going to hop off here. We're just going to grab our loot really quickly because I do not want to die. As you can see, we had a lot of stuff on us. Now, they also have these statues, which you can discover around the map, mostly on every island. The picture of these little birds with wings are basically these statues right here. So you would basically go up to it, you would unlock fast travel, and what I can do with this is I can go fast travel to any other statue that we currently already discovered, or we can go straight back to our base. And now we're back at our base, really easy. Now, when you decide to make your own base, you would have to put down this pal box right here. I'm going to make a whole beginner's guide video on everything you guys need to know, so stay tuned for that in the following days, and hopefully that will help you get started. Now, the combat in this game does take a little bit to getting used to. You know, when it comes to fighting, if you're not quick on your heels, you know, you can die fairly quickly. As you can see, some of these pals may look like regular, but then they have some crazy ability like that. Unfortunately for them, they wandered into my base, and they're going to get absolutely destroyed. Here you can see all the pals that I currently captured, and on the bottom are all the pals that are currently working on my base. I switch them back and forth as needed, but right now, this team seems to be doing some solid work, even getting in some jacuzzi time, relaxing, because every pal you have working at your base has a sanity level, and the lower that level goes, the more distressed your pals would be, and they will end up slacking off, not wanting to do work. So you have to provide them with some sort of entertainment to keep them from going crazy and slacking on the job. And I forgot to mention, when you place down the PAL box, it does provide a circle of where you can build in. So right now you can see right here, they have the blue circle. This is like the range of my base. Now you can build anywhere. I could build like right over here if I wanted to, but it's not going to count towards my base. But you can always go to your PAL box, you can go to your management menu, and if you do the objectives that they tell you, you can upgrade your base level. Once you get it to level 10, then you'll be able to put another PAL box in a different area. But in the beginning, you can only put one PAL box down at a time. So if you put a PAL box here, and then you want to put a second one on the top island over here, it's going to immediately destroy your previous PAL box. But if you upgrade it to level 10, then you'll be able to put multiple PAL boxes around the map. When it comes to the Ingram points and what you can craft in this game, they have a lot of options here. As you can see, this list goes all the way down, and I don't want to spoil it for you, but a lot of stuff like, let's say right here, mounted missile launcher is pretty insane. But yeah, they have a lot of stuff, and some stuff are actually blanked out until you capture a certain PAL, which leaves room for mystery, which I love. They also have guilds, which is pretty much like tribes. So if you're playing with your friends, you would put them in your guild, and then they could pretty much build with you. And last but not least, they also have lucky pals, which is where if you guys play Pokemon, it's like shiny Pokemon, but in this game, they're called lucky pals. You would see this aura on them. It's very loud, so it's hard to miss. They are very rare to find. They are also bigger in size, so all lucky pals will be bigger than how they normally look. So for example, this one looks pretty huge with a giant tail, while that one down there looks fairly small. And I guess I could show you guys how it would go to try to capture one of these. So what we're going to do is we're going to wake him up. Oh, by the way, at nighttime, all the pals that are in the wild, they go to sleep, which is so cute. As you can see, this is a flyer over here, and it's sleeping right now. But if we were to shoot it, it will wake up, so, you know, be careful. So for the video purposes, so you guys can see some actual gameplay, let's see us capture a lucky pal. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot it in the head. I'm using flaming arrows, it's probably not the smartest idea. So we're going to keep our distance here. So what you need to do is really weaken it. The more you weaken it, the better chance you have of actually capturing it, but don't kill it. If you kill it by accident, you know, you're going to miss out on your chance. Oh, no way that missed. Okay. We threw a Mega Spear. There we go. We got him. And honestly, it's that simple. I mean, a lot of them are not going to go that easy most of the time. For example, this pal right here was also a lucky pal, and he was very hard to capture because he had a really good moveset. But he also has an ability where you can put him on your shoulder, and then he carries a submachine gun, and I can just walk around shooting other creatures. So like, I'm going to feel bad shooting him while he's sleeping, but you can just aim in and just shoot. Okay, and you just, it does a good amount of damage, and you could slaughter a lot of stuff with it, so I really love it. And then when it comes to pals following you, you can only have 5 pals at a time in your party, and you can only have 1 pal at a time following you. So you can see on the bottom left, the 5 pals I have are right here. I can cycle with each one. So what I can do is I can put him back in, throw out another pal, but you cannot have more than 1 pal following you. And the little feature I love in this game is at nighttime, when every other pal is sleeping, your pals also go to sleep. You can put down these pal beds, and they really fall asleep, and they just look so cute. Like them. After a hard day's work, they are really, you know, they deserve it. And fun fact, the fire types actually light up the room like a torch, and they warm you up. And then they also have a viewing cage where you can just put random pals in here, and they would just sit in here and just view what's going on. They can't really do anything, like nothing can attack them, they can't fight back, it's more visual. You can see you could open it up and just put any pal in here. And then at nighttime, you can just go to sleep, and it would automatically bring you into the daytime. And then once you wake up, all your pals wake up as well, and they get right to work. Look, they're already like transporting stuff and everything. They also have boss fights in this game, which I'm definitely going to do in a separate video. But overall, this game has a major potential. They did a really good job, and I'm not sponsored by them. They're not paying me to say this. I'm saying this game is truly very fun, and I just really enjoy it more than I thought I would. I was undecided when I first heard about this game and saw the trailer because it kind of looked all over the place and I didn't know what to expect. But when you actually play it and you test out the mechanics and you see how actually nice the game looks and how the mechanic feels and everything, I gotta say, this is a solid 9 out of 10 for me right now. Also, when it comes to bugs and glitches, I have yet to run into any type of bugs or glitches. My game been running smoothly, all on epic graphics, no problems at all, and I encourage you guys to buy this game and really try it out. But that is it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this review and this video, hit that thumbs up. If you guys are excited for Palworld, let me know in the comments, and make sure you subscribe for more Palworld content because I will be covering this game religiously with tons of gameplay, tutorials, and boss fights. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.